City to take on the Red Storm of St. John's. And moments ago, Rick Pitino made the walk out of the locker room onto the floor at Madison Square Garden for the first time as the head coach of the St. John's Red Storm. Johnson along with the governor, Coach Bill Raftery. And welcome to the world's most famous arena, Coach. We've got Rick Pitino on the sideline for the first time at the Garden with St. John's. Juwan Howard will not coach. He had heart surgery. He should be coming back very soon. So Rick Pitino, a friend and very familiar foe. Phil Martelli will be the man on the sidelines for Michigan tonight.
It's almost like having Gustavo Johnson back at the Garden. It's all about the frenzy pace of St. John's. Can Michigan handle it? Michigan's a lot better than it's been predicted, but they're going to get some pressure on them this evening.
All right, let's take a look at the starting lineups. And, Coach, when you look at these two teams, who jumps out at you?
Well, Doug McDaniel, obviously, he's a guy that can handle the ball, terrific penetrator, runs the show. He's going to have to be solid with his decisions.
And the officials for this evening's game: Jeff Anderson, DJ Karstensen, and Earl Walt. As for Michigan, they're coming off a win on Friday in Ann Arbor against Youngstown State. 92-62 Friday. Will Cheddar scored 20. Meanwhile, for the Red Storm, they beat Stony Brook in their only game, 90-74 at Carnesecca Arena. Double-doubles by Joel Siriano and Chris Ledlam, the Harvard transfer. St. John's, Michigan, and we're underway from the Garden.
Hey, goes Johnson right now. Johnny's go a little.
What should we pay attention to early on in this game for Wolverines?
I think the two bigs are going to get touches to get a nice look for Burton early. A little miscue defensively. He didn't communicate.
Damari Burton hits his first shot. Texas Tech, Alabama transfer. He's from Chicago, Illinois. And Michigan on the board. Here's a baseline drive. Cut off Taylor. Ledlam, weak side, Jenkins. Off the heel, rebounded by Reed.
Off his leg, too, I think.
Phil Martelli. How far back do you go with Phil Martelli, the former St. Joe's head coach?
Obviously, the great run he had there. 24 years as the head coach at St. Joe's. Still a Philly guy at heart. No, what did he say? No paper napkins for him or for Rick. He has linen napkins.
There you go. Phil Martelli, 7 NCAA tournaments, 6 NIT appearances in 24 seasons. At St. Joseph's, he had Jameer Nelson, his greatest player. Here's a jump shot. Taylor.
Taylor is tough. This kid's got a motor. Like to see Soriano get some touches early here. Put a little pressure on Reed. Conversely, the same on this end.
So McDaniel out of Paul VI in the Washington, D.C. area, their point guard. He can score the basketball, knocked away, stolen by Ledlam.
And they worked on that today. Shortcut, nice steal.
Jenkins, the floater, pure.
Talent. Can run the show. Understands Rick totally after being with him at Iona.
Danis Jenkins also played at Pacific at 17 on 7 of 13 shooting against Stony Brook.
What a block. One of two big defensive plays.
Soriano the other way. They swing it. Baseline, rise and fire.
What a start. I think you got to get the big guy a touchdown, Reed. Just to calm this house down a little bit if you're Michigan.
7-0 run for the Red Storm on their home court. Rick Pitino's debut as the head man in Queens.
Good footwork by Soriano on the defensive end.
Here's a crossover dribble. Burnett to the basket and banks it down.
Now this kid can play. He has been around. We'll take Alabama. A little jumper into the dribble drive.
Burnett with all 5 of the points for Michigan to start this game. Jordan Dingle, Ledlam deep. Off the front rim.
Nice run here by Reed, and what a find by Williams.
And a blocking foul inside. And that will be called against St. John's.
Just a really solid effort. Ledlam Guys go to Harvard seem to know a little more about what's going on the floor, like my partner right here, but a little knockdown dingle from deep.
Glenn Taylor called for the foul his first, and that sends Taurus Reed to the line. Had 9 against Youngstown State. 4 rebounds in 19 minutes. Young man from St. Louis, Missouri. So the king of Queens, Rick Pitino, I tell you what, he's been everywhere. Head coach at Boston University, head coach at Providence, the New York Knicks, Kentucky, Louisville, the Boston Celtics, Iona, in Greece, and now with this St. John's squad, he said he's so happy, he's rejuvenated, lost 5 years of his career sitting out before going to Iona.
He's had more jobs than you, if that's possible.
I don't know about that, Coach. I don't know about that.
Maybe not as many wins, but a really nice defensive maneuver by Michigan on that little curl to the rim lob.
That ball stolen away by Reed.
That's the one area of concern watching St. John's. I know you were out there turning the ball over. Burnett is really just decimating with the dribble drive. That 3 set his game up a little.
Damari Burnett with 7 now.
Rhythm is very good in the low box area. Mid-post, nice swipe away.
Poked away from behind.
Kama, such a solid player, both ends. Of course, with Rick Barnes, learned all about the defensive end. They got to go to this kid.
Inside, and he shoveled his feet and called for traveling. Second turnover for Michigan to start this game. Remember, no Juwan Howard for the Wolverines. He had heart surgery on September 15th. His exact return date is unknown. We saw him at the shoot-around this morning, though. He's lost a little bit of weight, but he seems like he's healthy. He was coaching his team today, and looking forward to getting back.
This kid, in or around, can drill it. Great field. We've seen 2 terrific defensive plays by him, and now ringing the bell at the other end.
Juwan Howard in the locker room for Michigan watching the game. Tell you what, their football coach and their basketball coach, one's in the locker room, one was at the hotel this past week in State College.
When are they going to go to work?
Burnett.
How about his start? You think he likes playing here?
So far, so good for Damari Burnett with 10 points on 4 of 4 shooting. They keep this Michigan team in front by a penny. Dingo, quick release. Long rebound, Taylor. New shot clock, Dingo reloads. Got it.
Player of the year in the Ivy. We'll see us some confidence.
Jordan Dingle, the nation's 2nd leading scorer a season ago. St. John's. Burnett down the lane and jams it with 2 hands.
What a great find to finish.
12 of the 13 points for Michigan scored by Damari Burnett. Rebound, Soriano in heavy traffic. Pump fake, jump hook, got it.
That's the first time he's gotten a touch. He's had to chase it. A double-double machine.
Fast-paced first half here at the Garden. Nice crowd on hand as well.
This kid has some handle, Gus McDaniel.
Baseline. Drive.
Tough kid.
No good. Loose ball picked up by the Wolverines. Comlaw with it, but he turns it over. Jenkins the other way. Rise and fire. Short. Long board. He gets it back again.
How about that? Playing with some confidence. A combo guard who can drill it.
Red Storm with their largest lead. Rick Pitino's debut at the Garden. 18-13. Johnny's.
Little pin down. Dribble exchange.
Reed can't hold on.
Nice help by Taylor.
3-on-2. Burnett. Euro. Kick. Reverse. Taylor. Here comes Michigan. Burnett's been hot and remains hot.
They are playing wide open with confidence.
Namari Burnett with 15 points, 6 of 6 from the field to start this game. His career high is 18.
Soriano's not ducking in strong.
Dangle straight away. Loose ball. And here come the Wolverines.
And they've been running for a long time here, almost 7 minutes.
Reed drives up and in. I tell you what, he's getting more fluid the older he gets.
20 pounds, they say he's lost. I mean, his footwork's been good. He can stay on the floor longer, don't foul.
18 up, 12:57 to play here in the first half at the Garden. The Gavitt games, St. John's and Michigan. Soriano with the slip.
Nice cut.
And Dangle has it blocked by Reed.
Come on. Great decision.
Williams to the bucket. And lays it up and in.
Williams has been shooting the ball pretty well in these early games. For Michigan, playing with a lot more confidence.
I like how these referees are calling this game. No calls, coach.
They got a late flight. There they get a break here. Both teams inhaling a little bit. How about that? Off to a great start with the Wolverines. The wide open floor, the opportunity at the rim. We got a good one. Wide open basketball at the Garden.
Well, the name Dave Gavitt to me is synonymous with college basketball and with excellence in college basketball. So whether it was coaching his Providence teams to the Final Four, and those of my age would remember the Ernie D's and the Marvin Barnes, whether it's Dave Gavitt's brain that created the Big East, he is a monster in college basketball. And I use the word "is" because of what he did both on the sideline and in the boardrooms. Dave Gavitt is a Mount Rushmore type of guy for college basketball.
And you coached against Coach Gavitt.
Unfortunately, I might add. He was so important to so many people, including the Seton Hall program. We're fortunate enough to be invited into the Big East. Of course, the rest is history, what PJ was able to do. But speaking of history, how about Barnett's start, Gus?
Unbelievable. And a steal, Jenkins. And he's fouled. Big start for Namari Burnett.
29% three-point shooter in his career, but 3 for 3 out of the gate, 15 points. Also the ability to put it on that deck and get to the rim. He is having a ball from Bama to Ann Arbor.
Burnett, a McDonald's All-America in 2020. Played at Texas Tech, played at Alabama, now with the Michigan Wolverines. Michigan, 8 of 10 from the field. St. John's, 7 of 15 to start this game. How about those percentages?
A little bit of a zone look. Now they're back man-to-man late in the clock.
5 to shoot.
He can shoot it. He can shoot it. More of a standstill shooter, but a little bit of a runner there. Likes those trays.
Sean Conway, first bucket, transferred from VMI. He's from Fairfield, Connecticut. Baseline lob.
Tough to press this team with McDaniel. He can make these.
Short, loose ball squirts out. McDaniel picks it up. New shot clock.
Now, Setter on the floor has really been playing well. Nice cut to set it up. Jackson.
Jackson, the Seton Hall transfer, with his first basket of the game. Michigan 9 of 11 from the field. 22-20. Wolverines.
Setter always brought a lot of energy to the floor. Now he's brought a lot of game.
Wraps it around, gets his puppies organized.
Yeah, he does. Just didn't get the strokes into him. Not a good look here.
Jenkins with the deflection. He's a great leader already for St. John's, coming over from Iona. Conway, 2 hands on the ball. Did he hold on? And it looks like Michigan will have it. College Hoops is sponsored by Jeep. There's only one. Welcome back to the heart of New York City, Midtown Manhattan, 22-20, Michigan. Let's go inside the huddle with Coach Rick Pitino.
Guys, it's shooting way too high a percentage because you're making mistakes. You're not offensive rebounding, you're not in the press, and you're not getting back in the right formations, and you're trapping. There's no way you trap. You got to see that. He went on the low side, and you're not reacting to it. You've got to react to every play.
It's intense, as we both know. He walked through that today, how to handle the double team, which way to force the cutter.
Look at that tie's already loose, Coach. That top button's already unbuttoned. Hadn't even taken him a half. Had a chance to go to practice. And I tell you, watching Rick Pitino practice, coaching practice, amazing. And I asked him, I said, man, you look rejuvenated. You look fresh. He said, I just can't wait to get going here at St. John's. So happy to be back in the Big East. The former coach of Providence led him to the Final Four with Billy Donovan, the head coach of the Chicago Bulls, two-time national champion at the University of Florida.
The first time full court pressure deflected out of bounds. They get it set again. He's won a few games, by the way.
A couple national championships, one with Kentucky, one with Louisville.
See if they some people go deep, if they attack it or settle.
McDaniel speed dribble into the front court, the kick, extra pass.
He's shooting them pretty good. Cheddar. First miss from deep for him this year.
St. John's the other way.
Soriano out of the game. He didn't get any touches in his post-up situation. A little push by Cheddar. Excuse me. Edger for KU transfer. Nice little backup position.
And that'll be Cheddar's first second team foul against Michigan.
And you watch Rick over the years, one thing he likes to speed your game up. At some point, Michigan may have to pass up the quick hitter, make the run. Nice little slip to the goal on the screen. Edgerford got to finish that.
Ledlam unable to finish. Now McDaniel, the teardrop off the glass, no, but a foul.
Oh, nice little empty side there. Very clever, refuses ball screens. Mentioned his handle before, can really juke you with that bounce.
So that sends McDaniel to the line. The Wolverines finished 18-16 last year, 11-9 in the Big Ten. Eliminated from the NIT in the second round by Vanderbilt in the final game in a Michigan uniform for Hunter Dickinson, who transferred to Kansas. Not to mention Kobe Buffkin going to the Atlanta Hawks and Jet Howard to the Orlando Magic.
Well, you lose three starters like that, because
pretty good players.
It's an imposing problem.
Three pros, basically, because Dickinson will be a pro. Second free throw, McDaniel, good.
I'm sorry about that. They're going to be good, this team. I like the way they play. Solid.
Conway. Meanwhile, Ledlam down the lane, lost it out of bounds. And it's Michigan basketball. So Ledlam misses a layup now, turns it over. Maybe a little nervous playing at the Garden. Harvard transfer, all Ivy. He'll come out now.
Once again, though, turnovers. We've got at least 7 early here. Traore big on the ball. Face guarding all over, automatic switching. Got a cut.
Drissa Traore comes in for Ledlam. McDaniel, along with Washington, Cheddar.
Nice post-up combo. So good. There's that double that they talked about in the huddle. Good read. Pounced on it. That's really solid from the top side, too. And a great coordination. See the weak side help, too. Jamming things up. Traore in the lane for any cutter to the rim.
Combo comes out, and he's replaced by Terrence Williams, the third. McDaniel, 6 to shoot. Up top, Cheddar. Aline comes the other way, the Connecticut transfer and national champion, 15-footer pure. I asked him before the game, why'd you come to St. John's after winning the national championship? you? And he had a very simple answer.
Patino.
There you go.
He hit a couple of threes against Iona, or for Iona, against Iona, excuse me, when he was at UConn. Rick remembered a nice little middle game the last trip.
And I know Danny Hurley is like, what do you mean? What am I, chopped liver over here? I just won the national championship. We just won the national championship. You leave it.
The grass sometimes is greener.
Wilshire called for the foul, his second. Third team foul against the Red Storm.
Big upside with Simeon Wilshire. Decommitted at Carolina, Roselle Catholic, local kid, 4-star.
So that sends Doug McDaniel to the line, 22, a career high on 9 of 15 shooting with 8 assists in their win against UNC Asheville in the opener.
Ball always comes back to this kid. That's a sign of a good point guard. Good feel, they understand. Gets everybody organized. Can beat you in all 3 spots, plus the handle.
Free throw goes down. 4 points, all coming from the line. Now some three-quarter court pressure by Michigan. 9 minutes to play first half. 26-22 Wolverines out of the Big Ten. St. John's out of the Big East. These are the Gavitt games. Straight away Jenkins.
Wow, that's an NBA guy. Goodness. Step back.
Danis Jenkins with the 3. St. John's 5 of 12 from downtown to start. In the corner. That one up, no good for Washington. Johnny's can go in front right here.
Now they're going to get something out of Washington as the year goes on, I think.
Ball deflected, taken away by Trey Jackson. 5 turnovers for the Red Storm.
He can shoot it. Right on, too. Playing a lot more confidence on the offensive end.
A lean off the bounce.
Oh, quick Jack. Goodness. This is like one of your games, Gus.
Michigan's missed their last 5 shots. McDaniel, count it.
Tough kid. He can play.
6 points for Doug McDaniel.
They are not in awe of the Garden, Rick, or St. John's.
The lead. Keeps his dribble alive. Gets to the basket off balance. Loose ball. Rebounded inside. And a foul coming up.
I think jump, Gus.
And they call it jump ball. You're right. Ejiofor. They pin it.
The ability to step back, discard the defense, the fear of putting it on the deck and getting to the rim. But Phil Martelli, if he wins, he'll have a little pasta downtown New York.
Juwan Howard had heart surgery September 15th. His exact return date is unknown, and this is what he said to us this morning at the shoot-around. As I continue to attend cardio rehab 3 times per week, I feel myself getting stronger week by week. Can't wait to return to the sidelines. And Coach Howard, we can't wait for you to return to the sidelines, but you got a good man in place. 28-25 Michigan. Let's go inside the huddle with Phil Martelli.
Hey, they can't get anything on the boards. Look how big we are, right? As long as we get a stick and then a rebound.
Interesting, the choice of Phil. He did his homework, Juwan. Checked in with some coaches, in particular Cal. The common denominator was, Phil Martelli would be a good addition to your program. And watching him today, they really share it, too. Each coach has a different responsibility, and as you noted, good to see Juwan here in New York, and hopefully maybe that trip south to the Bahamas will be back on the bench. But
can we go with him? Bahamas sound nice right about now.
Sure would.
Jenkins driving, keeps it loose, rebounded, Ledlam kicks it out. Now Taylor down the lane on the hop.
Boy, set it up nice. Got them to bite, put it on the deck, squeeze between defenders. Not much room in there. Passed up some good looks, but right here, nice little cup job, Stephon Marbury. The ability to finish the rim. This kid is one tough customer.
Glenn Taylor on Tuesday against Stony Brook had 3 points, played 18 minutes. He's a transfer from Oregon State. Started 38 games over the last 2 seasons for Oregon State. At the line, shooting 1. St. John's first trip to the line this evening.
He scored 11 points a game when he was at Oregon. Sets up the press. That's key to them. They haven't been able to generate turnovers to goals. Michigan's handled it beautifully. Great preparation.
28-28.
Now this is Burton running the point now. This is one area of concern, I would think. Getting them organized.
Burnett spinning inside, and a whistle and foul coming up against the Red Storm. Looks like Jenkins will be called for the foul. And that will send Michigan to the line shooting 2.
We're talking about coming out of the gate in New York. Burton has been just sensational.
Jenkins picks up his first 14th foul against St. John's, and here's Burnett, who scored 15 points in a 6-minute span. Gets a first.
And they will probably try and jump on him a little bit. Wouldn't be surprised if they run 2 at him on occasion. Not the same without McDaniel at the point.
Second free throw in and out. 29-28 Michigan, under 7 to play. First half from the Garden. Jenkins.
Automatic switch. Now they switch back. Soriano, there's the duck in.
Soriano calling for it. Ledlam across the lane. High, no. Soriano rebound. Counted on the foul.
That dribble drive gets everybody's attention. Ledlam with a little bit of a power, almost like a pass, even though it was a miss. But Soriano with the duck in. He's got to even be stronger in that 3-second lane. But you can see so often you attract that shot blocker. Bears the basket to the big fella.
Trey Jackson called for a second. Soriano, a double-double machine.
He gets his numbers, no question about it. 25 of them last year.
Started his career at Fordham. Rick Pitino getting rid of most of the team last year. Ledlam with the offensive rebound. Soriano stayed, though. Here he is on the baseline. 12-foot jump shot strong. Reed taps it to himself out of bounds, and it'll be
Taylor with a little hand push created that error.
.6:30 to play first half. 1-point game.
Got a little slip to the goal by Soriano.
Ledlam driving, gets to the hole, reverse layup, no, but a foul.
Well, Soriano, the big, strong shoulders there on that drive. He's got to be more active, Soriano. They ran that little screen, and he's got to slip to the goal and present a guide hand.
So Chris Ledlam, as we mentioned, transferred from Harvard, from Brooklyn, New York, got his degree at Harvard. And 3 things you need to know about Chris Ledlam. Let's see. His first job, scrapping metal. First pet, fish named Survivor. Go-to takeout, chicken parm hero. Got plenty of those in New York City. They're not that good in Cambridge.
Ooh, and you should know. Unless you had a deal there as well.
Nah, you know, I'm always trying to get a deal, Coach.
McDaniel back at the point.
Reed.
That's one of the favorite plays of all teams now. Screen and the dribble handoff, and why not to this guy? Goodness. Got to close out and control him. He is having a ball.
He's got a career-high 19 points in the first half. And Michigan takes a 32-31 lead. Backdoor. Soriano. And that ball goes right out of bounds.
This is a little set up here. Little dribble exchange after the floppy. And right here, the little step back. Kids do this so well. Really got to after this kid. He has just been magnificent with his dribble drive and the threes. I've been impressed with their valuing the basketball as well, Gus.
Burnett 7 for 7 from the field. We've got Michigan and Maryland on Big Noon this week. What a week it's been for the Wolverines, as of now Jim Harbaugh will not be on the sideline for the second straight game, pending an appeal, and all of this as they try to stay undefeated and make a push for the playoffs. Big Noon kickoff live from Maryland at 10 a.m. Eastern. Then it's Michigan, Maryland on Fox.
Well, you've been having a ball with that football the noon game, haven't you?
Oh, man, I love it.
Did you answer enough questions about Harbaugh this past week?
Pardon me?
Did you answer enough questions about Jim Harbaugh?
Well, you know, we answered a bunch, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Coach Harbaugh not allowed to coach. But the Michigan team going to State College and defeating Penn State. They ran the ball at one time, Coach, in the second half. 35 straight times.
Were they trying to prove something, you think?
I don't know. I think they were using the flying wedge. Unbelievable.
Juwan in the back's enjoying this. This team has shown a competitive zeal, responding to coaching, being in the right spot, and so much better when this guy's back on the floor.
McDaniel. He draws Jenkins. Good matchup here.
Very tough off the bounce.
Inside, Reed tried to tap it to himself, gathers it, draws a double. Somebody's open. McDaniel. Long rebound, gets it back, hands it off in the corner. Williams the third. Out of bounds, and will stay here.
A nice little extra pass, though. McDaniel set his partner up, Williams. I think he's a key guy for this team. He's got to shoot the ball well. Another experienced hand out there. Now, Reed and Soriano really haven't been factors. It's been all perimeter play.
Williams fighting his way down the lane. Extra step, fadeaway jump shot, in and out. Loose ball, batted around. Reed with the offensive rebound. New shot clock.
Well, Williams even got whacked on that shot.
Reed with 4 rebounds.
Look at this kid.
Slicing.
Everything but the finish.
Ledlam the other way. Crossover dribble to the basket. Lost it.
2-on-1. Give it up.
Here's Burnett to the hole. I'm not giving anything up, Coach. McDaniel the rebound and stick back.
Oh, he hangs in there, that kid. He is a tough customer.
Burnett with his first miss of the game. He's 7 of 8.
Should have gave it up out here, Gus, and would have gotten it back.
Ledlam shows it, drives, pushes off.
Nice D. Cromwell.
Dingle, 15-footer. Short. Reed with his 5th rebound. Cromwell. Got it.
He can do some damage.
Largest lead of the game now for St. John's, 37-31.
He went to Asheville. He had 25 and 7. No question, he's got some offensive game.
Jenkins draws a double. Inside.
Tough pass. What a catch, though. In traffic. I think he is key.
He's got 6 on 3 of 4 shooting.
And he probably doesn't have more than 3 or 4 touches.
That has to change.
No question.
McDaniel in the corner. Williams. Weak side rebound. Burnett.
He's all over this kid. Somebody's got to cut and help.
Kamwa off balance. Air ball.
Boy, nobody assisted him. Nice look at the open floor.
And Dingle with a 2-hand jab.
Dingle with the bang. Nice pass.
8 points for Jordan Dingle. 37-35.
Bad gamble, open it up. Nice slap away. Jenkins. Whew. What a strip by Jenkins. How about this in traffic? Big fella wants it a little bit more. got to recognize, take advantage, and right here in that open floor, send it in MSG.
Coming up on the Jeep Halftime Report, Villanova takes on Penn in a Philadelphia Big Five battle, while Miami looks to start 3-0 after last year's Final Four run. And reigning Player of the Year, Big Zach Edey, takes aim at Xavier in the second game of our doubleheader. But you got a good one going on in Game 1, Gus and Bill.
All right, thank you very much, Sergeant Mike Hill, United States Air Force. Here's a look at the AP Top 10.
Some pretty impressive. Some bigs up top. What do you think of Dickinson? Of course, Zach Edey. You heard Casey in the pregame show talking about how do you go. How about Arizona's win over Duke? A couple of Big East teams up top there.
The Gavitt Games are named for one of the legendary figures in college basketball, Dave Gavitt. Gavitt coached at Providence College, leading the Friars to 5 NCAA tournaments, including the 1973 Final Four. It was his foresight and vision that led to the creation of the original Big East. Gavitt was elected to the Naismith Hall of Fame in 2006.
What a class act he has been. So important in legislation for the NCAA, an unknown contributor.
There's another Naismith Hall of Famer, Rick Pitino.
Pretty good years up at Providence for him, too. Then here in New York, getting to the playoffs back in the late 80s.
Burnett, the inbounder, Kamwa, McDaniel, Cheddar, Williams the third. Burnett, he's hot. 16-foot jump shot, pure.
Oh, goodness. What a cap on him. He is playing great.
The rest of the team with 18 points. Taylor in the corner. Ledlam shows it. Takes a dribble. Short. McDaniel.
He doesn't waste time.
He gets into it fast.
He makes good decisions. Little horns look here.
2 minutes
ball
to play.
screen.
First half. Kamwa.
That'll take
shoot.
Wow, how about that? Why drive it when you can drill it?
Doesn't need to. Olivier Kamwa, Tennessee transfer. He's from Finland. Soriano, a 16-footer straight away, gets it to fall.
He has been working on that. Can step out a little bit. Still like to see him pound it to him inside.
42-37, 8 points for Soriano.
How about this kid? Drags two. No weak side attention to detail.
44-37. Cruz to the bucket.
Tough shot.
And a foul inside coming up against Michigan.
Really not alert on this weak side as they come down the floor. And all this turn in here, you got to pay attention on this side and jam it up. And it just never gets over to close. I mean, when you can fake and recover.
Soriano backs down Kamwa. Jump hook. Short, but a whistle and foul coming up.
Kamwa, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Boy, he did a pretty good job chesting up.
What's this kid's name?
Gave Reed a little bit of a blow there. Now he's coming back in.
Foul called on Kamwa. Joel Soriano. 22 against Stony Brook. First free throw in and out. And 3 things you need to know about the big fella: his favorite meal, grandma's cooking. Favorite band, the Beatles. What are you talking about? Best birthday gift, tickets to the Garden.
You used to be on the in here. Of course, you're back doing the Knicks game a little bit, huh?
Say what?
You're back doing the Knicks games a little
A
bit,
couple of games, yeah, I'm going to get a chance. happy about that. Got to go to Atlanta tomorrow.
What's your guy, Clyde?
That's right. Under a minute to play in the first half. 44-38 Michigan.
Michigan has really met the speed of St. John's. Good composure led by this guy, McDaniel.
Cheddar. Drive.
Good walk. Goodness.
And gets it to fall. 46-38. 6-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Driving down the lane, got it up, no good.
Gotta hold it. Yeah, why not, I guess. Wide open opportunity. Gamble opens up that dribble drive. They got to go right away here, St. John's.
4 seconds to go. Cruz Davis. And that's the end of the first half. Big first half for Michigan. The story, Burnett, a career high 21 in the first half. And Michigan heads into the locker room leading by 10. We'll send you to Mike Hill and Casey Jacobson in L.A. for the Jeep Halftime Report. Sponsored by Jeep right after this. You're watching the Gavitt Games exclusively on FS1.
Welcome to the Jeep Halftime Report, sponsored by Jeep. There is only one. Inside, outside, Nimari Burnett is doing it all for the Wolverines. 21 points in the first half. His team up by 10 at the Garden over St. John's. Mike Hill, Casey Jacobson hanging out with you. Burnett's career high coming into this game was 18 points. He almost had that before the first TV timeout in this one as we take a look at the halftime highlights sponsored by Jeep.
Mike, I love surprise performances, and no bigger surprise so far in this early season than Nimari Burnett. Early on, remember, he was a former 5-star prospect coming out of high school. He goes to Texas Tech. He leaves Texas Tech for personal reasons. He goes to Alabama. He has knee surgery, basically doesn't play for a full year, and now he's kind of showing his potential. He's 8 for 8 from the field. Mike, my dad used to tell me, hey, son, if you're shooting 100% from the field, you're not shooting enough, man. Put that ball up. Let's go. St. John's defensively, they're not connected. A lot of miscommunication and kind of breakdowns. And they got to feed Joel Soriano, who's 4 of 5 inside. He's been really efficient. Keep going to the big guy.
Leading it with 9 points. He also has 4 rebounds. Offensive rebounds, the key for St. John's so far. They have 11 offensive rebounds, getting them 17 points, keeping them in this ball game. Nobody has to tell you to keep shooting, Casey.
No way.
No one has. Your dad, nobody.
Right now, Mike.
You are. I'm going to give you the rock right here. This weekend, Big Noon Kickoff heads to College Park. His third-ranked Michigan football team visits Maryland. Coverage begins Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern on Fox. Reigning Player of the Year, Zach Edey, and unstoppable for us last season. But what makes him due for an encore this season? Season 2 for Cal Neptune at Villanova off to a 2-0 start. Big foul play against Penn. What's going on here?
It's a low-scoring game. Penn gets the bounce here. Mike, Villanova is 4 for 18 from the field so far in this one.
Is that good?
No.
No.
Come on, man. We're not playing golf.
Penn's only up 1, though, 15-14. Miami Final Four team last year, number 12 this season, taking on FIU. Matthew Cleveland. Is this on your all-name team here?
Got to be. Wooga Poplar is his name, and Mike, and in 2.5 games, he's made 12 threes already and shooting 75% from deep.
Now, that's pretty good.
That's
I
really
didn't have to go to Stanford. I know this guy's good, too. Game 2 of our doubleheader, you'll get a chance to see him. Xavier and Purdue. I'm talking about Zach Edey. That's at 8:30 Eastern on FS1 Purdue, the number 2 team in the nation. Zach Edey, the Naismith Player of the Year. What makes this big man unstoppable, though, Casey?
Size and skill and strength, and no matter how you guard him, whether you front him or play behind him, he's going to solve it. And we're going to show you what Marquette did in the Gavitt games last year against him. They tried to mix it up, and whatever they did was unsuccessful. They love to do fake screens and then raise their guards up, as you see here. And why? It puts Zach Edey down on an island, and if you play behind him, even if you double team, it's too late, it's a bucket. So let's front him. Here's Oso Iguodala from Marquette. He fronts it, and Tyler Kolek has the back end, so you can't just lob it. But here's the problem. Shot goes up, and now also Iguodala is out of position. Zach Edey has led the country in offensive rebound percentage each of the last 2 years. On missed shots, he gobbles up 21 or 22% of those missed shots. And if he gets it down low, just forget about it. You have to foul him. And you know what? He shoots 80% from the foul line at 7'5". He's unguardable. There's no other way to say it.
So there's nothing that he can't do, in other words. Zach Edey trying to become the second player since Ralph Sampson, last player since Ralph Sampson, to win back-to-back Naismith Player of the Year awards. Danish Jenkins lighting it up from outside, but his team down 10 at the break. Second half coming up shortly.
Welcome back to the Mecca, Madison Square Garden. College Hoops is sponsored by Jeep. There's only one. Our score, 48-38, Michigan on top of St. John's as we head to the second half. Gus Johnson along with the governor, Coach Bill Raftery, Damari Burnett. Woo! 21 big ones in the first half, a career high.
That was a career for us, right? Outstanding. Because defensively, St. John's really not at home. Straight line drives, no weak side help. But you're right about Burnett. He's mixed his game up, whether it's the deep thrust or the ability to get to the rim. And this kid has been sensational. St. John's got to button up defensively.
First half stats are sponsored by Jeep. There's only one as you take a look at the first half statistics. And Michigan shooting a very, very high percentage from the field.
I think big thing for both teams, see if they can get some touches on the box. St. John's, I mentioned the defense. Soriano has not really had many opportunities.
And the primetime players, Coach Raff.
That's one. You see Soriano with 9. I think he can do a lot more damage. Jenkins early, pretty tough. And of course, Doug McDaniel, his presence, his ability to get them in the flow, push the ball, handle the pressure. I just think he is a tough out.
So Michigan will have it to start the second half as Williams III, McDaniel, Kamwa, Reed, and Burnett come onto the floor for Coach Phil Martelli, the interim coach for Juwan Howard.
Empty side now. See how they handle it.
McDaniel, Soriano with a rebound.
Pretty good effort.
What does St. John's need to do to get back in this game?
Obviously, the offense has been a problem as well as the defense. It's shot selection, the speed of the shot, no inside game. And pretty good Michigan defense, too. And there's a good open opportunity now. Look at the recovery. Burnett a little bit late, but boy, what an effort to close out his second.
Dingle, his father, Dana Dingle.
I just love the effort here on this kick out. Watch Burnett a little bit late and gets a little tangled up.
And for Dingle, his father, Dana Dingle, played for John Calipari at UMass. Down the lane, Dingle wraps it around, can't get it to fall.
Big thing for St. John's, too, is scoring and getting, ooh, they've gotten away with one. Getting their defense set up. Good weak side help here. They have not been as buttoned up as I have seen St. John's. One exhibition game, regular season game, and some practices.
Here's Williams.
A nice pin down for the curl.
Burnett, short. Long rebound picked up. Jenkins in the front court finds a streaking Taylor. He's cut off. Michigan getting back on
offense, I think, right? The shoulder.
And
he dipped it down.
Foul, yes.
Pretty good catch and control by Taylor. Big, strong kid. Touches you, you're going to go.
Ledlam called for a second.
At some point, I'd look to get the ball out of this guy's hand. McDaniel runs the show. Let others make some decisions.
He's got that ball on a string, that's for sure.
Terrific handle.
He can go wherever
can set
he
you up.
wants.
Look at this. I mean, he's a magician with the bounce. Can embarrass you.
12 points now for Dougie Fresh. 50-38, largest lead of the game for the Wolverines.
Communicating well on this defensive end.
Here's Soriano.
Bounce your way in, the nice help. 2-on-1.
He's got Williams with him. Late pass. Trailer, Reed, a three. And a foul over the back coming up on Kama. His third.
All right, here just stands you up and blows by. Little kiss in the garden. And you get there a little bit late, you pay the price. Jenkins just a little tardy.
Now Trey Jackson comes in for the first time here in the second half as Kama heads to the bench.
With three of them already.
Ledlam, Jenkins, Dingle, Soriano, Taylor for Rick Pitino's Red Storm. Taylor across the lane. Baseline, Dingle. Got it.
Penetration, collapse the D. Nice find.
As I was mentioning, the last time I saw Dana Dingle, Jordan's father, was in Atlanta during the Final 8. And his father and the Minutemen were playing against Allen Iverson in Georgetown. Baseline, Jackson short.
I didn't know you were that old. Where are you going with all that traffic? Goodness. Not a good decision.
And last touch by Michigan. Hard to believe when you start calling the sons of players.
I'm into the grandsons playing.
Oh, my goodness. I hope I get there, Coach. Dingle with the team high 10 points. Second in the nation in scoring last year. Transferred from Penn.
Need some more patience on this end of the floor.
And out of bounds. Dingle mishandling. That one just goes out of bounds. 10th turnover for St. John's as they try to find themselves. New players, almost an entirely new team. It's going to take some time.
Absolutely. Not a efficient offensive group on the floor right now. That's part of the difficulty. But meshing 10, 11, 12 different guys. Major effort about this kid.
Halfway down.
Nice shot by the big fella, Reed, ringing the bell. The good shooters give you an opportunity to finish the deal. Big presence.
52-40. Reed. 5 points and 6 rebounds.
Well, they have kept this house quiet, haven't they?
Yes, they have.
Good solid play.
Great crowd on hand tonight as well.
They do a nice job with their hands to deflect passes as well on the slip to the rim.
Traore off the back rim. Taylor gets it. Double pump off the glass. No. Soriano offensive rebound. Good.
They got to show some toughness. Real exhibition right there. Keep them in touch a little bit. Once again, the ability to put it in the lane, collapse that D. Taylor's so good at that. The big fella mentioned the double-double machine. He can ring them up.
So Soriano at the line. Big East's most improved player and Abdul-Jabbar Award semifinalist. Gets the free throw to fall. St. John's trying to claw their way back into this game.
They got to use that dribble drive too, because the defense opens up just a little. Reed could get back on Soriano.
Here's the Rick Pitino press, broken easily.
Oh my goodness, this kid is a blur. Woo. Decimating the D.
14 points for McDaniel. 54-43. Michigan is led by as many as 12. Soriano wants it.
Get away now. They help find somebody.
Double team. Jenkins, deep three. Reed with a nice defensive rebound.
They had a good set defensively, you're right.
McDaniel again down the lane. Blocked this time by Jenkins and foul.
I mean, you don't even have to run any offense. It's like Jameer Nelson at St. Joe's when Phil was on the bench there.
Jenkins picks up his second. The blur. 54-43 Michigan.
It was Dave Gavitt's creative mind that started the Big East, that created the Big East. Dave Gavitt was not only a great coach at Providence College, great commissioner, great founder of the Big East, but to keep his spirit is something special because the Big East is not dominated by football.
Rick Pitino. His team trails 54-43, and Coach is a native New Yorker growing up on 26th Street on the east side in Manhattan. His family moved to Long Island, where Pitino's basketball journey began at St. Dominic's High School in Oyster Bay, thanks to Chris Muller at St. Dominic for all these pictures of Coach Pitino. And Coach Pitino went on to start at point guard for UMass. Back then, freshmen were not eligible. If he had been, Coach would have played with another Long Islander, the great Dr. J. That's right, Julius Erving.
That's a great story. I first met him. He was an assistant at Hawaii. Think about that. In the early 70s.
Got his first head coaching job at Boston University, Coach, at 24 years old.
Sounds like your career. You were a young man when you started.
I didn't start that early. As McDaniel goes to the line and hits the first free throw.
Speaking about a young man, he has just been sensational. Breaking down, beating guys, nobody able to turn him once.
Second free throw goes in. 56-43. McDaniel, 16 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. Complete game so far. Taylor.
First time they ran a little double stagger. He's been good at this.
Reed trailing and blocks it out of bounds.
And he didn't give it up, did he? That's sensational. Moving those puppies. Moving hard, big fella with a presence.
Simeon Wilshire.
I like his upside, Gus. He's going to be a nice player.
The inbounder looking. Taylor in the corner.
CV picks up at the other end. McDaniel, nice screen by Soriano. What an effort. Presence, Reed.
Another block by Reed.
It's an interesting match. See how Wilshire, they ice it one way. He's got good, quick feet.
McDaniel crosses over in the lane.
Nice pass.
Jackson with a two-hand slam.
Catching ball watching. Nice back cut to the rim.
5 assists for Doug McDaniel. Wolverines take a 58-43 lead, largest of the game.
Nice string out by Reed. Look at the recovery. Goodness.
Williams with the steal. On the spin, to the hole. Got it up. Timeout, St. John. Wolverines so prepared. 8-0 run to start the second half.
Watching Michigan, I thought they were a lot better than people thought. Juwan and his staff have just done a great job. But these kids showing a terrific ability to break you down with the dribble, your ball watch, the back cut, send it in out of Seton Hall of Missouri. Trey, a little drop step spin, a little lingerie on the deck, Gus.
Hey, ref, I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's time. It's time for one more.
Raftery, what's on your mind?
I think he'd like one more right now.
Yes.
Of course, the Gavitt games are on my mind, and Dave Gavitt, because he started this for so many of these wonderful kids that have moved on. The competition's been extraordinary. I think this is a shock to Rick. They have not been able to do anything defensively, but Dave was just one of those ambassadors that contributed in so many areas, whether it was as the athletic director, coach, administrator. Of course, very proud of Rick's days up at Providence as well.
60-43 Michigan. Largest lead of the game. 14:37 to play here in the second.
A lot of individual ability by Michigan. Nice cut here out of the timeout.
And St. John's throws it away.
Conway's a shooter, too. They got to start ringing the bell a little bit. That's why he's on the floor.
5th turnover of the half for the Red Storm. Full court pressure. McDaniel has been breaking it easily.
Oh, it's hard to get this kid in a bad spot. A little nickel dimer with the trip. I think he may have stepped on Richard's foot. How about this game for this guy? Double trouble tonight. Both of them. Burnett out of the gate, and he just consistently beating you with the dribble, finding people. Doug McDaniel.
So Conway goes out. No, he stays in. Ledlam will guard the ball.
Remember, he's with the pretty sneakers.
Burnett with the hot first half, 21 points. Here's McDaniel.
You got to give him some ground, too. He just drags 2 people. Look at this look, too.
Reed can't go up and under. Soriano with the rebound.
Early drag, they don't use it.
Ledlam wide open. Short.
Pretty. And that's because of the switch. They never got back in position on Soriano. Jackson tried to maintain contact down in the low box area, and he gets caught on the backside. Soriano has such a good presence with those broad shoulders. Much better conditioned athlete.
14 points, 9 rebounds for Soriano. 1 rebound shy of another double-double. 25 of them last year, 2nd in the nation.
If they want to get back in it, they got to be solid on the defensive end, St. John's. Can't gamble, obviously. Can't turn McDaniel into being a playmaker in the lane. I would run a double on him. Let him give it up early. Don't let him get it back.
McDaniel guarded by Jenkins. He'll drive. Kick.
Nice pump.
Burnett in and out. Rebounded. Williams at 3rd. New shot clock at 20.
And he knew it too.
Deep in the corner, and that one goes down for Terrence Williams III.
What an option he becomes if he starts shooting. Struggled a little in the first half.
He had 13 against Youngstown State on Friday. On 4 of 8 shooting. 9 right now. Jenkins.
Tough shot.
Big guarded. Partially blocked out of bounds, and it's Michigan basketball.
Just contesting every shot. Really vocal out there defensively as well. Going to get a blow.
St. John's 3 of 12 from the field this half. 63-46.
Exasperating for him. In his mind, this was a statement kind of a game for the program, too.
Let's take a look at the Big Ten and the top 25 as of this afternoon.
Rightfully so. I've seen Wisconsin. Nobody's talking about them. Michigan's another team nobody's talking about. And once again, deep. We'll get a ton of people into the NCAA tournament. It's going to get deeper when you add UCLA and USC. You're becoming bi-coastal anymore.
Yeah.
You're up 10 action.
Zach Edey back at Purdue.
Such a presence, really. I mean, it's very difficult to guard. And you got to try everything pretty much. Been working on that 15, 17-foot jumper, but I don't think they want that from him right now, but Matt and company.
Michigan State playing Duke tomorrow night in Chicago. Spartans with a bad loss this season. Falling to James Madison.
I think the portal
for 20 from the three-point line.
But nicely, defensive pressure on the ball and face guarding. I think you see in December, a lot of these, November and December, because of the portal, all of a sudden other programs that you don't think of as consequential have been able to step up and perform admirably.
Tomorrow on FS1, the Gavitt games continue with 3 huge games. First, at 6 Eastern, Wisconsin takes on Providence. Then at 8, 4th-ranked Marquette battles number 23 Illinois. And at 10, it's Iowa versus Creighton. It all tips off tomorrow on FS1. And the Big East in the top 25.
Yeah, pretty impressive, obviously. Get to see Villanova against Maryland on Friday. Creighton, you better get some points on the board when you play them. In case UConn, much of a retool. They are solid.
Marquette won the regular season and the tournament title last season. Here's the inbounds of Cheddar, along with Williams at third with the ball right now.
A good job by Jenkins. Wouldn't let
Terrence
didn't have to go.
Blocked by Soriano out of bounds.
Now that's the first time they did not let the ball get back to McDaniel. Forcing a quick shot at the end, and good effort Soriano getting some numbers. Nice slip.
Here's Burnett. Burnett gets his back foul from behind. Looks like this will go against Danis Jenkins. His third.
It's one of the better defensive sets they've had, though. Now, this is a group that has not been together when you think of St. John's. And they have no kind of connect as to being behind before. How do we adjust? Things taken away. Where do we go?
I tell you what, this Michigan team has really taken the air out of the building.
Absolutely.
Here at the Garden for St. John's. Double team, McDaniel put it on the floor, out of bounds, and it goes off of either Soriano or Jenkins.
Nice job by Soriano. He's done this a few times, really helped out the guards. Pretty aggressive.
Brady Dunlap, the young man from Santa Clarita, California, right outside Los Angeles.
He can shoot it, Gus.
Originally committed to Notre Dame, inside Cheddar and a foul.
Brady Dunlap, the aforementioned, really can stroke it, watching him shoot in practices, adjusting to the defensive assignments.
First foul on Dunlap, 15th foul already against Michigan. That's Will Cheddar.
He's got the 50s pants on over there, doesn't he, Gus?
Yeah, he does.
The tighty whities.
That's right. Cheddar started the season 6 for 6 from the three-point line. He was 5 for 20 all of last year. This is the second. Ledlam. They need to get him going for this St. John's team. He has struggled mightily in his debut for St. John's at the Garden.
Nice string out and recovery by Cheddar.
Soriano with it, guarded by Cheddar. Backs him down.
A little reach in, cost him. A little too aggressive.
So Cheddar picks up his third.
I know Javon's watching in the locker room, and I think he's got to be really happy with these defensive schemes. They have been solid, communicating, helping one another, getting through bumps. A little tardy here, but still challenge the jumper.
Jenkins with an air ball. And here comes McDaniel in and out dribble, got his man in the air. The basket will not count. Foul on the floor.
Well, he can stand you up, though, can he? Put that shoulder down, get to the rim. What a solid point guard for Michigan.
Sponsored by Jeep. There's only one. 64-46. Michigan leading St. John's. Let's go inside the huddle with Phil Martelli and the Wolverines.
5 guys rebound because they're shooting and chasing the thing out, right? They want to make it a mud fight.
Which they're very good at. But when you got a guy like McDaniel, 16 points, 6 assists, and only 2 turnovers with a lot of pressure on him, he has just been magnificent.
He also has 5 rebounds and has played all but 33 seconds of this game. Nice to be young.
Why are you looking at me?
You are young, Coach.
They were well prepared and equipped for battle.
12 minutes to play in the second half. Let's see what St. John's can do here to try to cut into this Michigan lead. McDaniel. Kamwa.
Duck in. Out of the timeout. Love it. Mid-post. Nice hands.
And a steal by Ledrow. Dingle.
Now look at it. Take away the passing lane, too.
Soriano trying to create some space. He draws a double team, splits it, lays it up. No, ball tapped around. Soriano can't hang on. Picked up by guess who? The smallest man on the floor, McDaniel.
Maybe the toughest.
Cheddar calling for it.
Nice pass and finish. How about that? That can't happen from that far out. Faulty footwork and a great seal to boot.
20-point lead, 14-3 run for the Wolverines. Seven to shoot. Jenkins turns the corner up top. He's got to make a decision. 20-footer. Got it. That's a 2-point field goal. Stops the bleeding. Jenkins with 10. Now Burnett in the corner deep.
He can shoot it. He can shoot it, as you noted. Tough. Beats you at the rim, and how about him stepping out? Brings a lot of juice to the floor.
Cheddar with 8. He scored the last 6 for Michigan.
He scored a lot of points. They can run up to Holcomb up there in Minnesota. He's a high school player.
His mother, the all-time leading scorer in North Dakota State history.
But a game comes easy for this guy. And this is a beautiful little seal in here, and no contest out here on the pass entry. Look at that, hands down. Goodness, big time bang, made easy. Come on, so many areas of the floor, poise and balance in his game.
Wholesale substitutions coming in now for the Red Storm. Intentional foul called.
Flagrant. It says grab him from behind. But the only way you can stop this kid. Well, this is a message to the Big Ten, I think.
We're ready to play.
Yeah, they are.
Siriano call for that flagrant foul. Let's take another look.
Said he grabbed him from behind. Yeah, you see the 2 hands on him.
He's so fast, little guy. I'll slow you down. Man, you just
Where you going?
by everybody tonight. 10 minutes to play. Second half. 71-48 Michigan. Baseline. Williams. Got it. It's gone from bad to worse for Rick Pitino and the Red Storm as they're getting run out of their own gym, 74-48, 22-5 run for the Wolverines. And with the loss of Dickinson, Jet Howard, and Buffkin, many thought they wouldn't be very good.
Well, they are well coached, well prepared. And by the way, you know, this Phil's got 558 wins.
Ejiofor with the...
And Mark Manuel said whoever is coaching on the floor gets the win.
That's right.
So he keeps this up at 559 in 32 years. Just running the baseline, nice little bump from deep.
Putting them to sleep on their home floor. And Kama picks up his 4th foul. He heads to the bench. Reed back in.
Watching McDaniel, he's telling everybody defensive assignments.
Turning out to be a real leader this season.
And once again, look at Reed's footwork, and he handled that ball screen. And look at the help inside.
Active hands.
Yeah.
A lean step back 3. Loose. Burnett kicks it out. McDaniel on the move.
Knows when to pull the plug, doesn't he?
Top of the arc, Williams.
Ooh, goodness, the takedown here. Cheddar is fouled.
Coming up. Cheddar wrapped up with Traore. And he'll pick up his first.
Michigan into the single ball.
Cheddar's gotten bigger and stronger from last year as well. And a nice little rotation at that center spot. Or play together. You agree?
Michigan shooting 1-1 with 8:39 to play in the second half. Cheddar.
Very businesslike, aren't they?
Yes.
Oh, thorough, well equipped, and prepared.
Gets a second. Cheddar turning out to be a very good scorer for Juwan Howard and the Wolverines. He's got 10, 8 this half.
Just so impressed with how they've exchanged bodies with St. John's, or helped out, recovered. Picks up the shot. They're not going to give that anymore. Once you establish that foot, it's going to be an automatic call, which I like. More like the NBA. Once you get that foot down.
Cheddar picks up his 4th.
Last year, that would have been a charge.
Drisa Traore, 6'8", 215, redshirt sophomore from here in New York.
One of the 2 that stayed, really.
That's right.
Soriano and he.
Played 14 games last year. And he missed them both. Out of bounds.
Now Rick's going to get their attention after this one.
And it's St. John's basketball.
Phil's a modest guy on that sideline, but boy, he's done a terrific job filling the void until the big guy gets back.
And he was telling us about a NCAA tournament game that he coached when he was at St. Joe's against Kentucky, and Rick Pitino lost that game.
He said Rick's attire got him a new wardrobe. They felt bad for him back in Philly. They got him a tailor. Now he doesn't have to worry about it.
It's funny, you're talking to Coach Pitino about how the coaches have gone to the casual look. He said, nope, I'm old school. I'm going to stick with my suit and tie. And my assistant coaches as well. Burnett creeping into the front court.
What a start he had. A little nickel dimer out there.
Ejiofor call for the foul is first. And that will send Michigan to the line, shooting 1-1. Taris Reed. Thing about him is he's an accomplished saxophonist. Also, he started his own clothing line, TJR. We're going to get you some TJR gear, Coach.
I could use some help with your influence.
We're going to charge you, though. Inside.
I like Coach. You're not afraid to go.
And Jackson the other way. Head of steam to the basket. Lost it on the way up, out of bounds. And will stay here. 7:52 to play in the second half. All Michigan here in New York City. Back after this. Sports proudly supports our nation's veterans and the organizations that serve them every day. Our veterans deserve to live with dignity and independence, not on the streets. That is why we are making camo our cause this Veterans Day in support of the Honor U.S. Vets campaign. Post wearing your camo on social with hashtag HonorUsVets and visit honor.usvets.org/FoxForward to donate and learn how you can help end veteran homelessness. Our score, 76-52. Michigan, and here's the career. What a great career for Phil Martelli at St. Joe's. 24 seasons, 444 wins, 4-time A-10 Coach of the Year. I remember last year we called the game. Juwan Howard was out, and Martelli won a big game for Michigan at Ohio State.
He's been around, knows what he's doing, been very successful. What a great way to not necessarily end your career, but enjoy the final days of your career or years of your career.
(78-52). Josh Johnson along with Coach Raftery from the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden, in the Gavitt game. Michigan dominating. They've had all the answers, and they've been really, really good on defense. In and out dribble, McDaniel, the teardrop.
Goodness, what a feel.
Doug McDaniel with 20 now. And he gets up slowly. Looks like he may have taken one in the face. And that one up and in for Zuby Ejiofor.
Nice pass by Wilshire, too.
Burnett with that hot first half, career high 21 points. He'll drive it and travel.
And they're checking on McDaniel on the sideline. They take him out. Howard Isley over there.
Looks like he wants to stay in. Howard Isley played at Boston College, assistant coach Juwan Howard. 3 years as a member of the New York Knicks, so he played on this floor all the time during his 10-year NBA career. Top.
One of Rick's kids.
Lean inside. Reed, another rebound. He's been great on the glass tonight. His 10th rebound.
What is defensive skills, helping one another.
McDaniel takes his time, 8 to shoot. Gets to the basket, blocked, and out of bounds by Ejiofor. There's Howard Isley, Detroit native. Such a classy man. He and Juwan Howard formed a bond. Isley is a coach that eventually will get his opportunity to be a head coach in college basketball, if he so chooses. Fadeaway jump shot off the mark. Reed with his 11th rebound. New shot clock for Michigan.
just an ISO and a duck in. Edgefield got pinned with that big body of Reed.
But Doug McDaniels has had a big day for the Wolverines.
He has been magnificent, attacking the rim with reckless abandon. Blow by, really good understanding of the pace, hesitation. Look at that turn, a little floater, makes some threes. That's when he took a little bit of a tug in the head for Doug. He looks like a confident group.
Very confident, very prepared. They were ready for all the wrinkles that the St. John's team would throw at them.
Didn't bother them with this large turnout. All the hullabaloo. Pitino's return to MSG.
Red Storm turn it over. McDaniel walk it into the front court. Michigan in no hurry.
Smart. Milk that clock. Go diagonal. And they run this play all game long.
Burnett on the jump stop. Baseline. Williams. And he has it taken out of his hands by Edgefield. And that one finally goes down for St. John's. As the Red Storm try to figure something out. They're 6 of 19 from the three-point line. Ayo with the three there. McDaniel rocks it. Step back straight away.
Oh, is he having a ball? He has just been magnificent.
Doug McDaniel, 23 points, 15 in the second half. Burnett had that 21 in the first half. He's scoreless in the second half. And a whistle and foul.
He's a nudge on that defensive end too as well. And just sort of playing here. Step back check, nylon. A little fellow with the big time ticker.
Into the game for Michigan.
He deserved the plus.
Burnett picks up his fourth foul.
Into the game for Michigan.
So a career high 23 points for Doug McDaniel. He has 7 assists as well. Done a nice job rebounding. Played a lot of minutes. 6 rebounds for McDaniel as he heads to the bench. As Ejiofor goes to the line with 4:24 left. 81-57 Wolverines.
George Washington III coming in. He'll probably run the point or Burton. Kid who's made 1 3 early this year. Top 100 pick.
Ejiofor remains at the line one more.
Ejiofor, Kansas transfer. All-state in Texas. Averaged 22 a game, and 13 rebounds and 4 blocks as a senior. George Washington comes into the game now for Michigan. He wears number 40. Young man from Austin, Texas.
Ejiofor with just a little shove to dislodge, creates the turnover. Here comes McDaniel right away after a turnover. He's not wasting any time.
This Michigan team has scored over 90 points in their first 2 games. UNC Asheville, Youngstown State. First game on the road this year, a lean, rims off, and tipped up and in by Ayo.
Yeah, these guys are playing for minutes right now for St. John's. Took a hit there. Humbar was great. Patient, shaking it off a little bit.
That is his second Red Storm over.
Trying to close the trap. Traore gets involved a little bit, leans in. Confused the head with the ball, Gus.
Olivier Kamwa at the line. Started all 58 games the last 2 years at Tennessee.
You know, he knows how to guard, playing for Rick Barnes, but there's the other areas that I think have just blossomed. I'm watching him play in Ann Arbor.
6 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists for Kamwa. Under 4 to go in the second half. St. John's looking to do something to feel good as they head into practice tomorrow.
Can't get to the rim, though.
Kick ball. 3:45 to play. 81-61. Michigan.
You know him well, reigning Naismith Player of the Year, Zach Edey, back for his senior season. The big man leading the way for the second-ranked team in the country, Purdue, as they host Xavier. Coming up next, game 2 of our Double Dip. When you're done at the Garden, Gus and Rat.
Sergeant Mike, thank you very much. 81-61. Michigan. Are you surprised that the Wolverines have been so dominant in this game?
I wouldn't say shocked, because I like them. I think they're much better than the prognosticators and media have picked. But I'm sort of shocked at St. John's more so, where they weren't able to stimulate. They were turnovers and goals. They weren't able to run their offense.
Michigan shooting 51% from the field. But it's going to take time for Coach Pitino. New players, new system.
No, he'll get it organized, no question about it. But this is one of those games you have a nice crowd. You can turn them on for the rest of the year. They're going to go back to the line.
Now Michigan in a zone.
And they switch at the end of it back to man. Close the turnover, though.
Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Wolverines. Long Beach, Memphis, Arkansas, and Stanford.
Yeah, that's down in the battle in Atlantis. Dan Munson at Long Beach State. Former Minnesota coach, Gonzaga coach. What a presence, though.
We do not know how long Juwan Howard will be off the sideline for the Wolverines. We did see him in practice today. He coached practice today. But he's getting better. Out of bounds. And it's Michigan basketball.
They just haven't been able to capture McDaniel, really. Stifle him. Once he gets it, it's been a party.
So quick. McDaniel under control at all times.
Burnett got him going early. And this guy just took over.
Cheddar.
Nice little stagger with the dribble handoff.
Up top, McDaniel.
Say it isn't so. Oh my God. That's a double napper.
26, game high. Doug McDaniel.
Look at him with the steal in the hands. Oh my goodness. It's magnificent. Magnificent.
Juwan Howard watching this game from the locker room must be so happy to see his team perform at this level on this stage. Again, McDaniel rims off this time. 2:30 to play.
Now Rick at practice, Lee can do that though. Deep three at practice will challenge these guys and try and determine who's going to be the starting group. Establish roles. The bright lights tell you some things, don't they?
Certainly do. Burnett. Up. No. Aline the other way. As we approach the 2-minute mark of the second half, down the lane on the hard dribble to kick. That's a brick inside, and Davis gets his own rebound.
They don't give up on a play, though. How about this? For a little emphasis, snooze time. It's got a lot of moxie. He didn't sleep much tonight.
Wise guy. Aline.
That's what they lacked all game, so you might see a lot more minutes from him.
1:40 to play. Washington. Hesitation. Wraps it around inside. Kamwa with the jump hook, and it's good.
Confident handle by Washington as well. Back to that little 2-3.
Picked up Aline.
He's going to shoot it.
And a foul coming up, and this will go against the Red Storm. Let's look at the St. John schedule coming up.
Well, Texas was dating LSU. LSU got beat the other night. And of course, Holy Cross took care of business down in Washington against Georgetown, obviously. And then at West Virginia.
Ed Cooley in his first year as the head coach at Georgetown, leaving Providence. And it will be interesting when Cooley goes back to Providence to face his former team.
Well,
that will be on January 27th. I think we'll be there, Coach.
He was revered in that city, as you know.
Yes.
And so there was a letdown for those people, but, you know, he did his part of the deal. Did a great job up there.
Rebuilt the program at Providence. I'm sure Dave Gavitt would be very proud of his effort. And now he's trying to rebuild the program at Georgetown.
A little bit like St. John's, he's trying to put a lot of new faces together, too. It's difficult.
How do you like this transfer portal thing?
There's nothing you can do about it. But
would you have liked to coach during this time with the transfer portal?
I don't think there'll be a lot of 20-year coaches anymore. Between the NIL and the portal.
Well, NIL wouldn't have been a problem for you, Coach. You just got to reach into your pocket. I know it's hard to get your hands in there with those alligator arms.
Kids are expensive. Kids are expensive. You know that.
So is college. Under a minute to play. Inside, edge of 4, and he's fouled.
Kayat, not a bad player either. A Lebanon kid.
Michigan 3 points away from hitting 90 again. That would be 3 consecutive games of 90 or more points. UNC Asheville, Youngstown State, and can they do it with 55.9 to go here in this ball game? Where are you off to next, Coach Rath?
Me, I'm up to Providence.
TC.
Yeah, see Wisconsin tomorrow, and then Georgetown at Rutgers on Wednesday. So it's a fun week for me. I'm just looking at McDaniel over there with Phil. He's not sleeping. This kid deserves a heck of a round of applause for his effort, though.
40 seconds to go. Inside, and an easy layup for Yosef Kayat. Young man from Lebanon at 6'9". They like his game. 89-71. And a traveling violation against Michigan. With 27.7 to play. In the corner, edge of 4, in and out. And a foul coming up. Traore will go to the line.
Now, St. John didn't impart or impact their will on this game at all. But they could have created some offense off the D, but better prepared, well equipped to handle it was Michigan.
Second free throw is good. 89-73. Washington in the corner. Double team. And a steal. Inside the lob and out of bounds. It's been that kind of day.
sort of
for St. John's.
Appropriate ending, huh?
Yep. Michigan just needs to get the ball in bounds.
5-second, violation.
So a 5-second violation called against the Wolverines. They will not get to 90 points tonight, but they got awfully close. McDaniel, Burnett with career highs. McDaniel with 26, Burnett with 21. Wolverines lights out from behind the arc. And also from the field, 51% shooting for Michigan. And that'll do it. 89-73. The final score, Wolverines remain undefeated as they improve to 3-0. The Gavitt games are exclusively on FS1. Continues as Xavier takes on second-ranked Purdue.
Welcome to Mackey Arena, one of the loudest, most resonant